We are
Well, here,
live.
yeah. So we gotta use that intro for the rest of the month because it's Halloween.
Okay. Not this one.
I don't like how you filmed that permission.
What about this one?
That one I'm okay with.
I could get 30-second gifs and just add them to here for horror movies all week. I could do that. Also, I figured we'd go Smile and then Blonde, since Blonde is the big one.
Yeah, we gotta talk about it. We have a lot to say.
Even though Smile made its money back.
That's
what matters.
They don't like when it comes to like horror films. They, as long as they're creepy in the preview, they get their money back opening night. Because the preview was fucking creepy.
But did you know they didn't have a single preview on YouTube until the movie was released?
Really?
Yeah, it was only previewed at the theater.
Okay,
previews were only at the. Yeah, I found that out while reading up on it and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I saw it 6 times before the movie came out.
Yeah, I mean, we see movies in theaters all the time, so that's why we saw the commercial. But
oh shit! You know what? I don't have any beer yet.
Well, that's a problem, Chris. You got to be prepared. Be prepared.
Yeah, so you don't know how much I've been wanting beer this week. Like now. Like I've been holding.
I can't believe you weren't drunk all day today. Gosh.
Yeah, you guys don't know. You guys, I'm not gonna tell you where I work, but I've had a stressful week. A very stressful week, and for various reasons. But it's been cleared up by now. Hold on 1 second. I do need my bottle opener. So speak, entertain the masses.
There's no masses in here yet. It's just me and you. I mean, there's 0 people here, Chris. 0. And it's all your fault because you don't have a beer in your hand yet. If you had a beer in your hand, Chris, then we'd probably have somebody watching us. But instead, Chris, you decided just to take off on us, just like you always do. Remember when you used to love us, Chris? What happened to those days? Chris is getting, I guess, ready because he was late to the party. And now he's like just sitting there looking for beer. And I don't know what else he's looking for. Maybe sex toys? It's weird. It's just weird. You and me coming around and coming up the hill. Make a deal with God for your... Chris is a punk bitch, and he knows it.
Okay. I'm ready. Let's do this. You ready to
go? Chris, the other day, I threw this trailer park bash, right?
Last weekend, yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, man, you know what we should have more in this world? More public shows of people using the Thigh Master.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, listeners of all ages, movie suckers that don't, some don't that do suck, and some
movies that don't suckers.
Movie that don't suckers.
Yeah.
This is Movies Don't Suck and Some to Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris, and I'm pumped to be here.
You're pumped. You're pumped. You're pumped. Chris is happy because he didn't lose his job today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Today we are reviewing 2 movies that are out there in the masses that people have been talking about. To be honest, these movies have been talked about a lot in the last 72 hours around media world. Yeah. So we're going to take a look at them. We're going to gander in and see what we think of them. The first movie being Smile, featuring Sosie Bacon.
I think it's just Sosie Bacon.
Sosie Bacon? Sosie Bacon!
Kevin fucking hated you. Do you know how much he despised you? And if he knew, You were raising our son. So yes, I want my son back for me, but also for Kevin. Because he deserves a lot better than you.
Daughter of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I know.
you didn't
And that was from Mayor of gosh dang it. It's the movie that the show that she was in that won like a bunch of awards.
I can tell you she looks nothing like she does in a show. Like in
Yeah,
in this
Mayor
movie.
of
She looks
Easttown.
completely different.
Yeah. Also
Okay.
in this movie,
Okay.
the great Jesse T. Usher.
About Blue Hawk.
Okay, first of all, everyone at Vought is just heartbroken over your brother's tragic act.
A-Train.
A-Train. I lost you there for a
Uh,
complete second. Yeah, that's
yep.
okay. You're back. You're back now. Can you hear me? Chris? Whoa, I lost Chris. See, this happens, guys. He's recording in Kansas City. I am recording in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sometimes we have discrepancies and we have to go in and out to make sure everything's on the right train. So, not the train, the A-Train. Oh, okay. That was dumb. I know. I'm definitely going to hell for that. And he is back. Chris, you're completely off. And he goes again. I'm sorry, guys. This is usually when we do this vlog, we're not having this many problems. I don't know if there's solar flares. I don't know if people are actually paying attention to us, but we literally just never had this kind of many issues. So I apologize for that. We do this so we can record the podcast. We do this live for anybody that just wants to jump in the conversation as well. And then we all edit it and produce the podcast later this week. So sorry about this, guys. We're just waiting for Chris to get back on here. If you have any random questions about any movies that are coming out, you can throw them out. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Chris?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why this happens, man. You sound real professional. So I'm going to count to 3. And on 3, you introduce Jesse T. Usher again, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And also in this film, the lovely Jesse T. Usher, everybody.
What are you doing about Blue Hawk?
Okay, first of all, everyone at Vought is just heartbroken over your brother's tragic
It
accident.
wasn't an accident. Blue Hawk went apeshit for no reason.
Well, he said he felt threatened.
Threatened?
Mm-hmm.
By what? A room full of black people with no superpowers?
Look, I scheduled him for 12 weeks of sensitivity training.
Fuck that. I want charges brought.
A-Train.
A-Train. I love A-Train. All right. And also Kyle Gallner. Kyle Gallner is in this film as well.
Well, it says nightmares are triggered by the belief that the dreamer has no control and this can cause insomnia. But then it says at the 70-hour mark, the insomniac will begin to experience micronaps. His brain will begin to shut down its functions for several seconds in an attempt to recharge itself. This basically means that you're dreaming, but you don't know it. Like even if...
So yeah, that's from like the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, right? That one.
The remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, where the guy
Yeah.
who played Rorschach played Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Also,
And your thoughts
in
on
this
that
movie,
as a Freddy guy? What did you think of that?
it was too child molesty.
Okay,
like,
I gotcha.
you know,
there's
like-
a comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like in Freddy Krueger, like the original Nightmare on Elm Street, he was a child murderer, not a child,
Diddler. Yeah, I gotcha.
Lester.
Okay.
and it got a little too rapey for me, a little too
Okay.
much.
I feel
Yeah,
that.
it crossed the line a little too much. And then
I feel you.
also in this film, the one, the only Cal Penn.
Next, make sure she knows that you're a nice guy, okay? And this is important, so pay attention. You're a nice guy who she will never see again.
That she'll never see again? I don't get it.
Think back to college, spring break specifically. Nice girls let their sexual cats out of the bag all spring break long on South Padre Island because they know when they get home, it'll be right back to prim and proper, smart and respectable without anyone around to say otherwise.
But this is NYC, not spring break, right?
Exactly. Which is why you're flying back to LA in the morning, or you're fucking moving to Nepal on Tuesday. Whatever words go from your lips to her ears, letting her know that she will never see you again. And then just like spring break, the farther away she thinks she'll be next week, the more likely she is to do something really erotic back in the sack tonight.
That's Cal Penn trying to help those dudes get the dick wet. So
Yeah, that was in what better what was the name of that movie? Better
I'm gonna better something, man. It is. Fuck, dude. I wish I was
Better Off Single.
Better Off Single. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, Better Off
2016 Better Off Single. Yeah.
All right, and that is the first movie that we're going to be talking about, Smile. The second movie is completely full of controversy this week. Like, I don't think anybody, like everybody and their brother has been talking about this movie that has saw it or has reviewed it or whatever. So the second movie we're talking about today will be Blonde, playing Norma Jean herself, Ana de Armas.
You gave me an empty gun?
The shells were coming, okay?
Huh?
The shells were coming. You ran away too
Then
fast.
you need to say, hey, wait, that's empty.
No, it's assumed.
I assumed it's loaded, so I run after the guy.
Who throws a loaded gun?
I asked for a loaded gun.
No one throws a loaded weapon, okay? Are you coming?
Ugh.
Yeah.
And then also in this movie, with her is Julianne Nicholson.
Tony, where the hell is that tractor?
What's up, Ella? Pushing a car off 90.
Why the hell does everything take forever around here?
Small town, boss. I figured you would be used to it by now.
Light a fire under his ass.
All right. Yeah. That's she played. We'll talk about who she plays in the movie later on, but yeah, it's Julianne Nicholson. Yeah.
And I cannot remember the other people I sent you.
Okay, I got you. Hey, we got Xavier Samuel.
Jesus, Graham! Why are you wearing a gimp mask? He put it on me while I was asleep. I don't know why you thought that'd be funny.
Yeah, it must be insane. Of course it's not funny.
All right, stop it!
The bigger question is, what is Ramsey doing in my room? Who?
The sheep! Jim's sheep! That's right, the little fucker bit me.
It's in my room, just like a lady. Sheep.
Your idea to put it in drag.
Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I thought it'd be quite funny at the time.
Well, he needs to get him back before someone realizes he's missing. If Jim finds out we fucked with the ram, he's gonna go apeshit. And I don't really want to deal with that on my wedding day, do you? Right then. So fix it. Get her, him, back to the old house.
We also have Bobby Cannavale as ex-athlete.
Yeah, but one quick, I just want to hey, whoa, you jumped the gun. I had something to say.
Sorry,
that movie that reference where they had a sheep in the bedroom is a movie called what was it? Best Men. Where was it? A Few Best Men. A Few Best Men.
Yeah.
And that is actually available for free on YouTube. So if you want to go watch that, the whole movie. Yeah, I watched a good 30 minutes of it while I was, preparing stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was funny. It was what parts I saw were funny.
Okay. We got Bobby Cannavale as ex-athlete.
I don't understand. I got my punches. Didn't you just say I could have a free milkshake?
Yes, and you can redeem it on your next visit.
What's the difference? I'm here now.
I'm sorry, sir. That's not the way it works.
Okay, should I just get out of line and then get back in?
No, sir. You would have to redeem it on your next visit here.
What qualifies as a visit? Do I have to leave the premises and come back? Do I have to go home? Is it time-based? You see the faulty logic here, don't you?
Sir, those are the rules. You could speak to the manager, or I'd be happy to add a milkshake to your order for $12.95.
It's not about the money. It's about the principle.
Sir, there's nothing I can do.
Uh-huh. Calm down. Screaming isn't going to help the situation, is it? Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I agree. That's not good. Is he dead? Uh-huh. All right. Be there in 15 minutes. When we lose our principles, we invite chaos.
From Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot, one of my favorite characters in that show. I'm
Okay,
actually
dude.
in the middle of rewatching it.
So you did not add a clip, but I did.
Yeah.
This is Adrian Brody as the playwright.
To deliberately believe in lies while knowing they're false. Examples of this in everyday life. Oh, I need to be pretty to be happy. I need surgery to be pretty. I need to be thin, famous, fashionable. Our young men today are being told that women are whores, bitches, things to be screwed, beaten, shit on, and shamed.
That's from Detachment.
Yeah, I
I
know
mean,
exactly
yeah.
what movie that's from.
It's Tony
I forgot
Kaye.
Adrian Brody was in. What happened was, like, when I was looking through the cast, they
Yeah.
don't have it really listed well.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have like
I
a
was-
bunch of the extra people listed before you even get to the whatever. So I was just like, I know I'm missing someone there. So Adrian Brody was the other one.
I thought we'd be remiss if I didn't include a couple of the Academy Award winning Adrian Brody. So
Yeah, I
there
guess
we
he
go.
won an award once.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You can find us online, moviesonsubs.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/moviesonsub podcast. We're on Twitter at MGS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MGS Podcast. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesonsuck. And we're also on Bonfire. Go to bonfire.com/moviesonsuck. Something to do. You'll find shirts and stuff like that fashionable thing Neil's wearing right now. You can buy. Also, we're on all streaming platforms. If you're watching this YouTube, subscribe, watch this Facebook at the page. And wherever you find podcasts, you can find movies that don't suck and some that do. What do we do for small businesses, pal?
Before we talk about small businesses, I just want to say the people that are watching out there, we do have chat services. So at every single place that you are watching, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, if you put a comment in the chat, we will see it. We will reply to you guys and we will talk to you, and you will be part of the podcast, which you will actually hear, which Chris releases every Sunday, which is the edited version of, all the mess ups that you hear. Is basically just for you who are watching right now. So if you join into the chat, or if you don't agree with something we say, or you totally agree with something we say, just jump in there and we'll be more than happy to have you part of the voices of the Movie Don't Suck family. So, but small businesses, we like to promote small businesses on our own. We ask them sometimes we don't. It's just places we like to go shopping, places we like to help out. We want to help the little guy. We want to help the people who are local, just like Records with Merit. Records with Merit is in Kansas City. It is at 1614 Westport Road, Kansas City, Missouri, 64111. If I'm correct, that is the Westport district. Right?
Yeah. It's down the street from another record store, Mills. But yeah, where's my Records with Merit?
Okay, but Records with Mary, here's a little about them. After almost 19 years in the corporate music retail world, Marion decided that it was time to stop being a sous chef and open up her own small, intimate vinyl retail space, Records with Merit. Now, they have been there for several years, and I have not seen a rating higher, this high for a record store. It has a 4.7 out of 5 out of 73 votes on Google. And listen to some of these reviews. Super friendly staff and great selection of vinyl. Like the owner is so sweet, offers you drinks and candy. She offers you candy.
Yeah. You got a beer there when we went to record store.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, I got 2 beers. I got 2 beers. I remember that place. Yeah, now that I look at the place more.
Yeah.
But large selection of records. The crew is super nice. They had live music there, I believe, if I remember. One time I went in there.
Well, that's actually a picture of Record Mills you have up on the screen right now.
Really?
Yeah.
What the heck? And I put Records with Marriott. And that's
okay.
All right, so we'll do the front shop window. That is not my bad. That is Google's bad, everybody. Just want you to know that. All right, and then we'll put their whole information. So Records with Marriott, if you need new vinyl, they also have live music there. I've seen live music there before. They are open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can find all information and their catalog at recordswithmerit.com, or you can go to Facebook as well with Records with Merit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great placement. I love them. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good time there. I know. I remember now which store it is. I don't know.
Yeah, we
why
went to a
that's
few
the
places.
picture.
I think we ended up at Kelly's on the roof there. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's good times.
Good times. Good times. Now I'm going to take a nap, take over the rest of the show.
I know that you've been doing pulling a 70-hour week so far, right?
Oh my gosh. The fair is in town here for everybody that doesn't know, here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the state fair. And I work for several radio stations, and I have been working. This is the only day I had off. So literally everything I had to do for the podcast, I did today.
All movies too?
No, the movies I watched both yesterday.
Okay. Wow.
So I watched one in the morning. What was yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday. No, so I watched one on Tuesday after work, and then yesterday after work I watched Blonde.
Okay.
So
that was the whole evening.
Yeah, and then I mean, gosh, that's a 3-hour movie. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But it has been nonstop, and plus, as Chris knows, I threw a massive house party this past week. What'd you think?
Oh, yeah, the photos are great.
Yeah. Which photo was your favorite?
The Thigh Master photo. I saw a few of those, and I was like, "What's going on?"
There's people. We went from originally we were going to do a what was the original idea was to do a wet t-shirt contest co-ed, which all men signed up. Like,
of course, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they not?
Yeah. And then we were going to do a spam carving contest, but then we kind of thought people drinking. Maybe not hand them a butter knife, not handing them some knives to carve.
That's fair.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, and Patricia, my sister, has given her opinion about what her favorite picture was on the entire party.
Are you gonna post it? Are you gonna post it?
Post what?
The picture.
You mean this picture?
Oh, look at you looking all badass.
It's me with the mullet in front of a picture of me with the mullet.
Oh, it's perfect, dude. That's you.
My friend Evan totally came in and was like, he's like, dude, you have a mullet right now. You need to take a picture in front of that picture of you with the mullet. And I was like, okay. I wasn't happy by that, but I'm so happy that some of my teenage Pete pictures could work so well in my trailer park bash party.
Well, I'm glad. You grew up in trailer park, right?
Claiming my hood, man. Claiming my hood.
Yeah.
Straight out of the trailer. Straight out of the trailer. My house used to have wheels, yo.
Yeah, you get to go anywhere you want. I think I'm ready to talk. Let's turn our frowns upside down and let's talk smile.
Oh yeah. You got it. Did you see how I advertised it? Is that why you got that? Yeah.
Exactly,
you stole my words, huh?
I stole your words. Hey, it's our words now. It's our words now. Smile
okay.
direct.
I see how that works. Fuck, I need to get some documentation on some stuff right now. I'm calling some lawyers.
Copyright.
Copyright and everything.
Directed and written by Parker Finn. This stars Sosie Bacon as Rose Cotter.
Kevin fucking hates you.
Jesse T. Usher as Trevor.
What are you doing about Blue Hawk?
We also got Kyle Gallner as Joel.
Well, it says nightmares are triggered by the belief that the dreamer has no control and this can cause insomnia.
And we also got Cal Penn as Dr. Morgan Desai.
Next, make sure she knows that you're a nice guy, okay? And this is important, so pay attention.
Also, we got Robin Weiger as Dr. Madeline Northcott, Caitlin Stassi as Laura Weaver, Rob Morgan as Robert Talley, and why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one, pal?
You weren't happy to. After witnessing a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Cotter starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape her horrific new reality. Dun dun dun.
So we seen series previews for this for fucking
Ever.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
think the first one was oh my god, I can't remember the first one.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think it's Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, and so we see my wife's been seeing previews for the movie. She
Oh,
does
No
with
Way
me with.
Home. No Way Home. I said
No
Far
Way
From Home. Yeah,
That's,
let's fix
not
that
that one,
before I
though.
get
Yeah,
before the
yeah.
internet nerds kill me.
My wife every time she saw the preview, she went over and she goes, "I want to see that." So we went and saw it. Me and 8 of the 7 other people saw this movie together. And man, but real quick, I want to say in the theater behind me, there are 2 girls behind me that wouldn't shut the fuck up the whole time. They
Oh
had-
my god, you had the same experience. I had a
Yeah.
whole group of teenagers
yeah,
that
it
would
was
shut up.
it-
Oh,
like I was like,
people, when you're in the theater, you're not at home. I don't need your fucking commentary.
I don't get it, man. Like, why the fuck would they shut the anyway? I'm trying to shut that out because I'm trying to view the
yeah,
movie
enjoy the
objectively.
movie and enjoy the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm taking them out. Fuck those people. I hate them. I don't know why they came here. They're not. You're not at home. You know, like I understand making fun of it or talking about it at home, but you're not at home. You're in a fucking theater. So shut the fuck up. Anyway, Smile.
Anyway, back to the movie review.
What did you think of this, man? Like it was spooky, right? Like they had the
All right.
classic jump scares,
This
right?
is what I'm going to say about this
Okay.
movie. It was spooky.
Yeah.
It gave you the creepy jeebies.
Mm-hmm. It jumped out
Um,
and scared you a few
It was
times.
R-rated, but it wasn't hard R, so it wasn't
No, it
super
wasn't.
gory. I mean, it had some gory good
Oh
parts.
yeah, for sure.
That
for
kind of
sure.
made you go, "Oh, what the hell is that?"
I did.
It had,
I did
had 1 or 2 jump scares.
like
I wanna
one
say.
really big one. One really big one. I had one of
Now-
my friends nearly fell out of his fucking chair at one of the jump scares in this movie.
The only thing this movie made me want is more of this movie. And I don't mean time-wise, because it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Which horror movies, I mean, that's that's kicking it. That's
Yeah.
kind of, you're getting to the limit there, guy. But this is the biggest problem with this movie. We don't know nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
We
Nothing.
know nothing.
It's
we
not
know-
follows.
we
It's not
know-
follows.
We know that people smile at you, they commit suicide, and that's it. And then you get that. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
the movie-
it. We don't get where it came from, why, what's the entity, and the thing is, you have to put a little bit of that in there.
Yeah.
Because even with Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger,
There's something there.
There's always even in the earlier ones where you don't know a whole lot of the
Yeah.
information, or even Pinhead with Hellraiser and stuff. We
We'll
at
talk about
least
next
know
week. Yeah.
enough. We know enough that it's interest us. So now we're like, oh, it's like an evil curse, or it's this or that. No one gave us an explanation of what the hell this entity really was, or what this thing was. And that is the thing that upset me about this movie.
Is it usually
I
I'm
really
not-
think. Go ahead.
Usually I'm not that upset about not having information, but this one fucking needed it because you
Yes.
spend a good part of the movie trying to figure out, and you get nothing. You get nothing. And Sosie Bacon was great. I thought she was great in this movie. And but,
Sosie Bacon was great. The acting with everybody was great. The jump scares are great. And this has really good potential. But I like you're saying too. It just, we needed that little bit. It could have been anything. It could have been 5 minutes. It could have been 5 minutes of someone just saying, this was originally a demon from hell that
Yeah.
smiled all the time, and that's what started it. Great. I don't care where it came from. I don't care if it was somebody opened a Cracker Jack box and this was the prize you got.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but we
tell
needed
me
something. But
Yeah.
also, I want to probably bring up the fact that we were probably spoiled by Barbarian, but how fucking good that was compared to this, you know? Like I was thinking the last one movie I saw in theaters, The Barbarian. And now I just see Smile, and I'm like, it just doesn't, it just doesn't do it.
No. I mean, one, oh, man, I'm behind the times right now. First, let's
Oh,
put
you-
this
okay.
all out there. First, this is a remake of a short film called Laura Hasn't Slept.
Yeah, that's
right?
one of those films that Parker Finn had done. He did 2 shorts before this. This is his first feature film.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Now, Smile was a low budget movie that was only for $17 million is what they made this for. And it was made for Paramount Plus streaming platform. This was not originally supposed to be out there in movie theaters, but it tested better with audiences in the big screen
That
than it
makes sense to
did
me.
with on the TV,
That makes
which
sense.
makes 100% sense because
Mm-hmm.
this had some dark tones and stuff that works perfect in a movie theater. And to be honest, I think the movie theater would be the best way to see this.
Yeah, because
So-
when it comes to jump scares, like I don't get scared at home from jump scares, but this movie in theaters in the darkness, really effective. And I'm not the type of person that says jump scares are cheap. They can be, but there's a place for them. Like in the movie Smile, there's a place for those jump scares.
Yeah, and I think this is the beginning of a franchise.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I feel like
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like this could easily be passed on, and you can even pass it on to other directors if you want and stuff like that. But I really think it could be, and as long as you work the mythology in there
Yeah.
to give us
Yeah.
an idea of what exactly this all came from and where this originated. That is the main platform here. That's the main thing, because we found out in Nightmare on Elm Street that Freddy Krueger killed teenagers. We found out Jason was a kid that was drowned in the lake. We found out Michael Myers was an abused kid that killed his entire family. We got those little niches. Yeah, we didn't see their faces on some of them. We didn't see the information exactly, but the thing is, that's what I think you can do with this movie is you can go and deep dive into this mythology and make it go all the way back to, the first time photographs were taken. Maybe make it like the first person ever smiled in a photo was actually possessed by this thing,
So
make
here's
your
the
own
thing, man.
history.
Do you think? Okay, so we're in a place where there's been plenty of Halloween movies that weren't so good, right? Like plenty of them. But
Like
personally,
5, 6, 7, something like
Yeah.
that.
personally, I don't want to live in a world where H2O doesn't exist. But that's neither here nor there.
I think Busta Rhymes finding Michael Myers is still one of the coolest scene ever, but it's one of the worst movies ever. I kid you. Wow.
I think we talked about that movie on the podcast. But anyway, a long time ago. Right after
Yeah,
you
well,
get
I'm sure
hit-
we'll talk about it very soon.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming up soon.
Okay, yes, but Smile. I think we're at a place in society now to where we can make sequels or trilogies where we don't have to retcon it. I hope, so. I definitely like some mythology on this. I didn't hate this movie, but I'm also very unsatisfied by it. It's
Yeah.
really long for a
that's-
horror film that doesn't give you a lot.
Yeah, I mean, by any means, we do find a lot out about the main character played by the great
Yeah, Susie Bacon. She was great.
Josie Bacon. She was great. Obviously, you can tell she gets her acting chops from her mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like
Peter
who are
Sedgwick,
both,
yeah.
who are both, award-winning actors.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I like her acting. And I can't wait to see more from her.
And of course,
think this
Jessica Taylor, she's great too. A Train.
right, and this could be like Smile Again,
Yeah.
and then like the third one be called Frown.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I can see you making something out of this. Just so we get some of that mythology, man. I think that's what's leaving us unsatisfied because we're
Mhm.
always looking for mythology. We don't just want, hey, a bunch of people died, a bunch of people got killed, a weird shit happened. We need I just think moviegoers are more intelligent these days, and we need a little more mythology in our
Yeah, and there are people out there that say, well, like the whole story is really about her and her mom. And you're like, I mean, that's a big part of it, but it didn't really play into the larger story. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, yeah, the Smile. You guys, if you guys want to see it, it's in theaters. It'll be there for a while, I imagine, because the theaters kind of slim pickings now. I mean, you can see some stuff if you want to, but anyway.
Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah,
Here,
you got.
Here. This will cheer you up. There you go.
It does cheer me up.
You
I
even tried to make the same face as I make in the picture. Anyway, we worked at that. Anyway, all right, let's get some of these quotes going on. I'm going to die She's gonna die. He's gonna die. We're all gonna die. I promise this is a safe place, but not for me. I am going to die, and not one person is listening to me. She was convinced an evil presence was stalking her too, if you remember. Why become a doctor if you're not going to be grossly rich? That is a good statement right there. Are you sure you haven't let something inside of you, Rose? Someone has to believe. Please, someone just believe me. He woke up in the middle of the night screaming, and I never heard him scream before. You said you weren't going to ask any questions. No, you said not to ask any questions. That guy ain't crazy. He's just a whole box of Fruit Loops. I like that saying. Chris, you're a whole box of Fruit Loops.
Oh, thanks, pal. I like Fruit Loops.
Yeah, I know. I like Fruit Loops too. I don't think you should be alone tonight. Mommy made a mess. I'm so sorry. I haven't been a good mom. There's something so terrible inside of me. You can't escape your own mind. And I will stay with you forever. Forever. Anyway, that's it.
Okay.
What do you got?
Okay. My score for this at 3.5 wasn't awful. It had 2 jump scares. It was fine. It was a fine movie.
Chris, dude, I swear to God, I think it's just me and you've been watching movies too long together, bro. Because that's exactly mine. 3.5. It wasn't something that's going to change the world. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. If someone said, "Hey, have you seen Smile? I kind of want to watch this," I would sit down and watch it with them.
Yeah, sure.
But the thing is, again, just the missing of the mythology is just. Yeah, I gotta know why this is happening.
Yeah, and it's
because a movie should always answer who, what, and why.
And we didn't get the why at all.
We didn't get the why.
All right, man. So what is I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. What is the audience score for this? For Smile?
70.
80%.
Oh wow, higher than what I thought. Okay.
Audience says you may need to pay close attention in order to keep up with the story, but fans of celebrating horror should leave Smile with a grin. Okay. All right. Now, Big Bad Mean Critics score. Critics aren't always the nicest to horror films. What did they give Smile?
58.
77.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
A lot higher than I thought.
Yeah. Critics' consensus is deeply creepy visuals and a standout Sosie Bacon further elevate Smile's unsettling exploration of drama, adding up to the rare feature that satisfyingly expands on the short. And he said the short was Warrior Hasn't Slept. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to see that short now. Do you know that the Laura Weaver in the movie, that's the one they're talking about. So it's interesting. If you guys haven't seen, if you guys have already seen Barbarian, you can go watch the Smile, but please see Barbarian first, honestly. If you're gonna see a horror film in theaters, see Barbarian. But yeah,
I like Barbarians.
Yeah, me too. Do you like news?
Oh shoot, that's what I was supposed to be doing this whole time. I did not get the news ready. Oh, dude. And I forgot something else. Man, I am out of it this week. I swear. I forgot to, I had a nice little mental institution for us to sit in.
Oh, okay.
While we're doing this movie. But I guess you can hit the news music and I'll figure it all out. This is the Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them news. I am going to be reading stuff. Chris is going to like it, or I'm going to have to kick him in the junk. A lot.
Oh, well, I don't want that. It's going to cause me to throw up, probably.
Why would it make you throw up?
I mean, because yeah, it's kind of weird, I guess. If you say so. Are you? So what do you got for me? I mean, I know you're still pulling it up, but
Oh, dude, I got a lot of stuff for you. I got a lot
okay,
of stuff for
a
you.
lot of stuff.
Like
Okay.
right now, Smile is already being discussed by director Parker Finn. Parker Finn is open up to making a sequel so long as it's not a retread. For me as a filmmaker, I never want to retread and just do something I've already done again the exact same way in a universe where there could be any potential more story to tell from Smile. I'd want to make sure it's surprising and different and not what people were expecting after the first one. You know what people weren't expecting, Parker? Mythology.
Backstory. Cool.
Backstory.
Cool.
Backstory,
Grimoires
bro.
explain explain the origin of Smile. So
Now, do you remember in the MCU, there was this guy who kept following around Bruce Banner all the time? Do you remember that guy?
was his name Edward Norton or what was it?
No. That was the guy who played
Oh,
Edward.
the
That
Hulk
was
would
Edward.
follow him around, right? Like,
Yeah, no. There's a guy that always wanted to capture the Hulk and take his abilities and be able to put it in his own soldiers. Do you remember that?
Who is it?
That is General Ross.
Okay,
Also
that sounds
Betsy
familiar.
Ross's dad.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, the great the late
I'm loving it.
yeah, I'm loving it was originally played by William Hurt. So
Okay,
Thunderbolt Ross.
the late William Hurt, yeah.
So they haven't announced this yet, but everybody thinks this is what happened now. We have a new Thunderbolt Ross, but they haven't declared it yet because this person has another property coming out and they don't want to take away from that.
Who do people think it is?
Harrison Ford might be joining the MCU Thunderbolt Ross.
Man, that would be crazy. That would be fucking wild. He's like 80 years old now, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. But I mean, if
But-
he can still do it, he can still do it. I mean, he's just going to be a general in a suit. It's not like, you know.
Do you know what Mads Mikkelsen said about Harrison Ford? That every day after every day after the filming Indy 5, he would go like kind of like a 30-mile mountain bike ride.
Hey, man, if that's what keeps him doing what he does at the place that he's
I know.
doing it.
That's wild though. He's a strong man.
Dude, it is wild. I mean, it sounds crazy to me. I mean, I can barely walk upstairs. So
Yeah, I'd
it's
like to see Harrison Ford in the MCU. I mean, we got stuff that's out at Disney Plus coming out. At least what's that monster movie coming out? Werewolf by Night. That we'll have to get to
Right.
at some point. But
right.
yeah, but I mean, you can watch that probably right away. I know, dude, because to me that seems like it's right up your alley when it comes to like monsters and all that shit. Like you go
Your
monsters,
face reminds me of a monster.
that's very, very sweet of you to say.
I know. You know I love you.
I know you too.
All right.
What you got?
So here we go. You know what today is?
It's the 6th of October.
Anniversary. Yeah. It is the 35th anniversary of one of my favorite movies of all time.
What is that? Oh, is it the 35th anniversary of The Princess Bride?
It is the 35th anniversary of The Princess Bride. Now, Mandy Patinkin has put an emotional speed put on Twitter. So you can go to his Twitter. If you don't know who he is, he's the one who played Ayamantona. I always say it wrong. I say everything wrong. Everybody knows this. My name is Anya Montoya.
Montoya. You
Thank
my
you.
father prepared that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he put this very emotional speech over on his Twitter. If you guys want to celebrate it, go please take a look at it. It got me right in the feelers.
And you guys haven't seen Princess Bride? It's on It's on Disney Plus, dude. You'll do yourself a favor and watch that movie. It's amazing. Like,
Right.
It's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Christian Bale just did an interview, and he would like to thank Leonardo DiCaprio for his entire career. Because he says this, oh, dude, it's not just me. Look, any role that anybody gets is only because Leo passed on it beforehand. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you. It doesn't matter how friendly you are with the directors. All those people that I've worked with multiple times, they're all offered every one of these roles to him first, right? And as soon as he passes, that's when we get them.
Well, David Russell just directed The Amsterdam. That's out in theaters tomorrow. If you're listening to this today, and I'll get to it. I like David Russell, so
yeah, we'll probably get to it. We'll probably get to it in the next week or two.
Yeah.
The Animal. Remember The Animal?
We're talking about the one with Rob Schneider, the animal.
It's got a sequel being made.
What? Really? Okay.
The in the Rob Schneider to return, teaming up with Tubi with plans to develop a sequel with the Animal in it.
So, Tubi's trying to get up there. You know, they want. I don't really use Tubi, but hey, man, if Roku's gonna do a Weird Al movie and all these other places, they gotta get in there with their properties. You know. So.
No shit. Bill Skarsgård and Lily Rose Depp are set to lead a Nosferatu remake. Robert Eggers is bringing his Nosferatu remake back from the dead with Bill Skarsgård and Lily Rose Depp set to star.
I got a boner on this so much. I got a boner so much.
Do we need any more information than that, Chris?
Dude, you see Robert Eggers, Bill Skarsgård?
And he got Robert Eggers. Yeah.
Dude, he's got the biggest boner right now. You have no clue. You want to see it?
I don't.
You want to see it?
But no! We'll get banned again, Chris. You can't show me your junk every week. We're not on Pornhub.
All right, sorry. Not yet.
Talking about Bill Skarsgård, this is why he just accepted that role. You know what ended Wrap? You know what wrapped filming yesterday?
Tell me.
The Crow.
Oh shit! Yeah, I bet you can't wait.
It's done, bro.
We're
in post-production. The remake of The Crow with Bill freaking Skarsgård.
Dude, as long as it's not Edward Furlong, it can't be bad, right?
Oh my god! But this is a complete reboot, and they gotta have that goth music though, dude. They gotta have that cold 9 Inch Nails sound to it, bro.
They gotta have Trent Reznor involved somehow, right?
Because that music is what influenced James O'Barr to write The Crow. That's
really?
what his character was based off of. Was like a muscle version of Robert D. Smith.
Okay, kind of like The Cure.
Not
sort of thing.
I see it in your head. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
I can't wait, dude. Honestly, The Crow is such a cool character. It doesn't. I mean, right? I mean, I know that you have a every year I've been trying to find that soundtrack for you on vinyl.
I love that soundtrack. It's one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. That and Batman '89, two favorite soundtracks of all time.
Danny Elfman, right?
Huh?
Danny Elfman, right? Elfman did the Elfman and Prince, right? Or is it
Elfman did the music for the movie?
The score,
like
the
score. Yeah. The soundtrack is 100% Prince.
Which one do you want more? If I had to find a vinyl, you want the soundtrack for Prince or the Danny Elfman? You want the Prince one, right? Of course.
Oh, Prince, all hands down.
I know you're.
That's why for my birthday this year, if you went and opened it up, like the Creed a Story thing or whatever that I made was Party Man from Batman '89. Party Man. Anyway, next story. Velma from Scooby-Doo is now a lesbian.
Finally.
She finally came out of the closet, man. The new Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo makes it canon. So after decades of fan speculation, Velma is a lesbian.
Well, I'm glad that happened.
So much that I always was attracted to lesbian women. Yeah, I was always attracted to lesbian women that I could not date. They'd be like, oh, da, 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 da. And it's like, oh, man, Oh, you're a lesbian. My bad. And I was attracted to
do you wanna-
Thelma. Like I didn't care about
do you-
Daphne. Daphne was an airhead.
Doing some crazy shit that the doctors used to believe. They used to believe that transgender people became male to female to male or male to female because they were attracted to lesbians and they couldn't be with them, so they changed genders. That's what they used to believe. That's some crazy shit.
Really?
But yeah.
Well, now that Thelma is out there, if you Google her on Google, there's like a bunch of rainbows and pride balloons that go
nice.
up on the Google. So Google has now added to and pride flags and confetti. If you just go to Google and Google Velma, you will all this cool pride.
Make your safe.
So
make
definitely
sure
go
your
do that,
safe
guys.
search is on. By the way, make sure your safe search is on when you do that.
I guess. Tasha Forminga will return for The Nun 2. The Gilded Age actress will reprise her role as Sister Irene for the new Nun movie.
Cool. I mean,
Yeah.
First one freaked me out, and the second one will do the same. So,
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be crying in the theater again.
Okay.
Movie Berserker, which is about the immortal. It's a comic book movie. Looks like Keanu Reeves might be directing it.
I'd like to see him behind the camera personally. You know, like why not? I'd see Keanu Reeves directing.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's Keanu Reeves. Let's. He goes. I know how a lot of it will work, but but the film I directed, Man of Tai Chi, was born. I became the director because I was part of the writing process, and I didn't want to hand it over. And I was like, okay, I have to direct this as well. So I mean, Keanu Reeves.
I've always wondered that. Like, you know, you have these writers that write screenplays, and then they give it to someone, and they're like, and they see the movie, and the other thing they're like, I don't agree with the vision. The other thing they're kind of pissed about it, like upset that the idea they had was either cheapened or changed from what they had. You know, I feel like if I were a screenwriter, I'd want to direct it too. You know,
Me too. All right, so you know the movie Rust, right?
Rust, yes, the one that Alec Baldwin accidentally shot and killed the director.
Yes. Well, I don't think she was a director. I think it was just like
like assistant director. Was that it?
Yes. Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. Well, it will resume filming in January after the settlement.
They're
will
gonna
be
keep on.
paid off
They're
to
gonna
the
make it. Still gonna
Yeah, they're
make it.
content.
Man, that's I don't.
So
hmm,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
So
What do you think of that? Like,
cinematographer Hutchins.
Okay.
She was cinematographer.
so what do you think, man?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, I see why you want to continue working on the piece that you put millions and millions and millions of dollars in. You know, at the same time, you kind of killed someone. But, you know, Brandon Lee died on the Crow set, and they still finished the movie. And it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I just know that
You know,
some
like-
people think that you know that Alec Baldwin's to blame for having a movie that didn't exactly, you know. I don't know, man. Yeah.
You ever heard of Matthew Maximum?
Matthew Maximum?
Yeah.
Who's Matthew Maximum?
He wrote some movie named Joker.
What? Oh, I think I remember that movie from a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. And
right for the pandemic.
yeah, Scott Silver.
Yeah.
Scott Silver.
Yeah.
Malcolm Spellman, who's working on Captain America 4. Those guys, you've heard of those guys?
Yeah, I think so. They sound familiar.
All right. All three of them have just signed on. It is very Spawn movie is now 100% happening, and those three guys are our screenwriters.
Hey man, like I know we already had Spawn the movie that wasn't that good, you know, but
Oh
it's
my
finally
God.
happening.
CG on that movie does not hold up.
No, it doesn't.
I recently watched it, and I was just like, "Oh my God, this is so bad. This is so bad. Why am I doing this right now?"
You know what holds up, man.
Back it was awesome.
You know what holds up really well, and I didn't think it would. 1981's Poltergeist holds up pretty well.
Yeah, it does. It does. And you remember who's playing Spawn, right?
Who's playing Spawn?
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, that's right. So I imagine he's been wanting to play that for a long time.
Yeah,
Right.
he's been signed on for a little while, for the last
Okay.
2 years, I think was the last
Mm.
time we talked about it. So Sprite is sponsoring a movie.
What? Why? What are they doing?
They're sponsoring Wakanda Forever.
Okay, I'm okay with that. It's just a movie
Because a lot
about
of
the
people
Sprite.
a culture phenomenon that shifted and changed people's perspectives on what Black folks could do. The film franchise speaks to brown and Black people, creators, and people changing the world. And that to us is a momentous shift. Sprite's marketing has sought to change perceptions of Black creators. So why not partner with such a franchise that is doing the same? As partners, Sprite Zero and Black Panther created an interactive experience, Hall of Zero Limit, which offers exclusive behind-the-curtain look at the upcoming film and video content from the multicultural women behind it, including Hannah Bleacher, the first Black person to win an Oscar for production design. The explores the intersection of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, women empowerment and advisory, and STEAM. These women remain largely underappreciated within the career fields, making less than 10% of the work field. Basically scan the QR code on Zero Sprite can or bottle to access a digital portal to the Hall of Zero Limits.
That's fucking really cool. I like that a lot.
I love every moment of that. Fucking
You know,
A. Help
I
everybody
can't.
out. Everybody.
I don't know about you. I'm fucking pumped for Wakanda Forever, dude. Like every time I see that preview, I'm like, I want to watch that right fucking now.
I haven't watched a single preview.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't want it ruined, dude.
Did you walk out of the theater when it
don't want
happens?
ruined.
Oh, you walk out of the
No,
theater.
I just kind of pay attention to my phone. I mean, I know Namar. I know Namar's on it. I know the Submariner, as he's called, one of the first time we're going to get this guy, and he is an original Avenger. He is an original OG Avenger. I'm glad to finally see him.
Okay.
But I haven't really dived into it because I'm just like, man, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Jared Leto is to star and produce a biopic based on Karl Lagerfeld, the fashion designer.
I think I just saw a picture of them hanging out together, like smiling.
Yeah. And I'm just like, whatever, Jared Leto, just don't be weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's too late for him not to be weird. Like,
I mean, just don't be weird. Don't be weird like he was on that last thing he did.
I have this friend who believes that he has a cult, like a following of young girls. It's a cult. It's weird.
With Jared
He's
Leto?
Like, yeah. They think I have a friend who's like, he's so fucking creepy like that. You know?
Does anybody out there think that Jared Leto is a cult leader? Just want to know. Anybody?
Just want to know.
All right. Okay. We'll find out. All right. Dustin Hoffman is added to a movie. Joins the stud-started cast of Francis Ford Coppola's Megapolis, that big, huge movie he's been making.
Finally.
I mean, like, who's in this whole staff? Like Isabel Cushman, D.B. Swiney, newcomer Bailey Ives, Coley Feynman. These are just all other additives. I'm sorry. These are all other additives, including Dustin Hoffman. All right. And here's the other people that are in this movie. Adam Driver, a.k.a. Kylo Ren. Forrest Whitaker,
AKA
Natalie Emmanuel, Lawrence Fishburne, John Voight, Tyler Sheree, Shia LaBeouf, Jason Schwartzman, Grace Vanderman, Cutton Hunter, James Raymore. I swear the list goes on and on.
So
I mean,
the thing is, Francis Ford Coppola is such a kind of like a director, Apocalypse Now, Godfather. He wants to make one more giant movie. I can't wait for this one.
It's gonna make me feel happy in places I can't tell you about.
I mentioned I finished The Offer,
I know my
right?
sister's listening this week, and it's just weird.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I mentioned I finished The Offer.
Oh, did you finally? How'd you think about it?
I love it. And The Godfather's on Peacock. So
yeah, it just came back. It's on Peacock now. Went from Paramount to Peacock. I know. I saw it like yesterday or whatever. All right, one of the greatest actors of all time let a little bombshell drop the other day too on Stephen Colbert, I think it was.
Ooh.
Norman Reedus is one, lands a role in Jeff Nichols' film The Bike Riders. Makes sense.
Dude,
since
I love
he's
Jeff
an
Nichols. I
epic
love Jeff
bike rider.
Nichols. I love Jeff Nichols. I can't wait for this. He's perfect for his movies, dude. If Michael Shannon and is Michael Shannon's in it and Norman Reedus, I might just fucking jizz my pants right now.
And Reedus has signed up on to join the ensemble cast of The Bike Riders, a movie. The filmmaker Jeff Nichols. The film will feature an ensemble cast including Reedus, Austin Butler, aka Elvis Presley from the Elvis movie that just came out, Jodie Carner from Free Guy, Tom Hardy, Michael Shannon. Boyd
No! Oh my
Holbrook.
God!
Yeah, I know. I don't
just
kiss
came.
your pants, Chris.
Yeah, just
Come
now.
on,
Sorry.
Keep it. Don't. We don't need to be kicked off the air again.
Okay,
And,
sorry.
David Harriman is also in it. The Bike Riders is the original story set in the 60s, follows the rise of a motorcycle club in the Midwest. I'm down. I'm down all day. I'm down all day. I'm
honestly,
all day.
I'm a big Jeff Nichols guy. I've been following his career forever since before Mud, I think. And he made Mud, he made Loving, and he made a Midnight Special. I am all about what's it called? The movie?
Bike Riders.
The one I'm all about
The Bike Riders.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Avengers Secret Wars finds its writer in Michael Warden.
Is this going to be more epic than Avengers Endgame?
Secret Wars is a pretty epic comic book series, dude.
Right.
I mean, it's the first one was in 1984. It was the introduction of the black suited Spider-Man that turns into Venom. That was introduced by Todd McFarlane, back in those days. So I mean, I mean, I'm ready to go on that. And then last but not least, and you know why this is the last story of the week. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Barry Keoghan. Do you remember him?
Barry Keoghan?
Yep.
Explain to me who he is.
He was in the Batman in a scene, or you just heard him to the side. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has been signed on and will return as the Joker for Batman 2.
Man, I'm really excited to see how this is gonna look like. Because the Joker's the iconic villain for the Batman, and I'm sure that every time he shows up, you're wondering how it's gonna go. You're wondering how it's gonna look. You're wondering if they're gonna get it right.
I just want a Joker that's the right Joker. Like seriously, we haven't had a right Joker. Like the only person that's close to it is Jack Nicholson. Nicholson. And Heath Ledger, and not to diss Heath Ledger because he was a good actor by any means, people. I know that Heath Ledger was a good actor. He had a good psycho kind of to it, but there's something about him that just wasn't exactly. I can go into full detail, but I won't.
Your idea of Joker, is he a sick person? Is he fucked
Yes.
up? Is he evil?
Yes.
Okay.
He will.
Right.
He will rip your face off just to laugh at it.
Okay.
Like he needs to be Joker, and he needs to be not painted. He needs to be bleached in chemicals. The chemicals is what made him go insane.
Well, he's a sick fuck, right? Like that's what the Joker is, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right.
He will kill your mother in front of you, and then eat her body just to do it to see if that'll upset you more.
So we'll see probably Batman 2 probably 3-4 years from now, maybe.
I'm guessing.
All right, man.
But Chris, that was the news. It is time for the last movie. That was the movie Don't Suck in some news. Now me and Chris will talk about the movie everybody's been talking about this past 9 weeks. Blonde,
directed by Andrew Dominic. I'm a big fan of Andrew Dominic. I like Chopper a lot. I liked the Assassination of Jesse James by Carol Robert Ford. I love that.
I actually used to have that in my DVD collection.
It's amazing. It's like a painting. It's beautiful, and he killed him softly, which is from 2012. Pretty good movie. And now he's back with Blonde. Well, he wrote and directed it. This is based on the Joyce Carol Oates novel, which makes it clear in that novel that it's not the true story, but they try to hit the beats right. But this stars Anna Armas as Norma Jean herself. Sorry.
You gave me an empty gun?
The shells were coming, okay?
Huh?
We got Julianne Nicholson as Gladys.
Tony, where the hell is that tractor?
We have Xavier Samuel as Cass Chaplin, son of Charlie Chaplin.
Jesus, Graham! Why are you wearing a gimp mask?
He put it on me while I was asleep. I don't know why you thought that'd be funny.
Yeah, it must be insane. Of course it's not funny.
All right, stop it.
We also have Bobby Cannavale as the ex-athlete.
I don't understand. I got my punches. Didn't you just say I could have a free milkshake?
And we have also Adrian Brody as the playwright.
To deliberately believe in lies while knowing they're false.
Let's read the storyline for Blonde, pal.
From director Andrew Dominic and based on the best-selling novel by Joyce Carol Oates, Blonde boldly reimagines the life of one of Hollywood's most enduring icons, Marilyn Monroe. From her violated childhood as Norma Jean through her rise to stardom and romantic entanglements, Blonde blurs the lines of fact and fiction to explore the widening split between her public and private selves.
So this movie, it's 2 hours and 47 minutes long, so it's really fucking long.
But I want to make this very clear before we jump into this goddamn movie.
This goddamn movie, yeah.
All right. One, and I put it as movie fact number one. This is based on a 2000 novel. This is not Marilyn Monroe's actual life.
But you should tell it to Andrew Dominic, because he's been saying like the whole time this is like a true story. This is how it works, and it bothers. No, it's not at all.
It's not. Like so many people have come out, and this is what the controversy is around this film. One of the major controversies. Actually, give me your part, and then I'll jump in.
Okay, I want to talk about just basically the concept of this movie. It demonizes male gaze, which is fair. It does demonize male gaze. You'll see there's parts of the movie where you see the men just looking awful, with their mouths open, their tongue hanging out, looking at the Marilyn Monroe. But it's supposed to demonize that, but then they exploit her in the same movie. You know, they exploit this person in the same movie, and I'm like, is this on purpose? Like, what the fuck are you doing to me? This movie's 2 hours and 47 minutes of a giant bummer. A giant bummer movie.
A giant bummer. So I like that.
That's not the problem. I guess everyone's seen Requiem for a Dream, But again, Andrew, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say here. Like, if you go back and forth saying, "Well, I wanted you to feel uncomfortable," which that's fine. You can make me feel uncomfortable, but I have a fucking point to it. Anna Armas, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. She's a great actress. But I can tell you the whole time I was like, that's not how Americans say words. Like, her accent was not good at all. I was like,
I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think she really brought the Marilyn Monroe accent really well, because after watching several videos of Marilyn Monroe after the movie, to see if that's actually how she talked, it's actually how she talked, bro.
Oh wow, okay.
So I mean, yeah, it's kind of like she had that redneck swing with trying to be polite and cautious, courteous, or whatever. So
Anna Armas deserves all the accolades you get for being a great actress. She deserves it, 100%. Because I felt her, but at the end she wasn't Anna Armas. She was Marilyn. She was Norma Jean. But yeah, this movie is long. It's a bummer movie. It's gonna make you uncomfortable, and I don't know if I can actually recommend this to anyone. You go. Your turn.
All right. So this is the major problem with this movie. So, like you said, it has like no identity. Like you don't know exactly what they're trying to say, because there's many times where you're like, okay, is this movie trying to be like, all right, is this trying to be like against, you know, sexualization in Hollywood, how women were treated like, you know, basically dirt and stuff like that? Because it made it very clear that, you know, she was getting paid like $500. One guy was getting paid like $100,000. You know, like there was very much places where it indicated, okay, we're trying to help the women. But how do you do that by sexually, like there's so many spots where Anna didn't need to be, you know, topless or naked or, you know, in this movie. Like it was just like, there's so many parts that you're doing exactly in the movie what you're portraying should not be a thing that should be done.
Yeah. It's so fucking stupid. Like make it like you have that and then you're exploiting it. Like you can't do both, man. You can't do that. And it just like I love this director. I don't love this movie at all.
Like and the other thing that really got me, and I get it. I get what you're trying to go for in some of these things, right? I get what you're trying to do. Like it kept changing the size of the framing of
that aspect ratio. A lot of it was not good. A lot of it didn't work though.
The reason of it was because the things that were being shown is actually a reacted film that they have, and they're trying to go with what film was recording that situation at that time to look at make it look more realistic. But I mean, this was a bummer of a fucking movie. Like like it just looks like Marilyn Monroe never had a good day in her entire life is the way that I got from this movie. I mean, the poster looks adorable. Like you're gonna have fun. Oh, it's Marilyn Monroe, right? But in the middle of us reviewing this, I want to play a little game with you, Chris.
Okay, I'm ready to play the game.
All right, you ready to play a game? We're gonna play Who's Marilyn and Who's Anna.
Okay.
Who's Marilyn? Who's Anna?
Marilyn's on the left.
You are correct. All
Okay.
right. You ready?
Yeah.
Who's Marilyn? Who's Anna?
Marilyn's on the right.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Okay.
Who's Marilyn? Who's Anna?
Marilyn's on the right.
Good job. You got all three of them. All three of them. People on the podcast, I just showed them 3 pictures of Anna on one side reenacting a part in history of Marilyn Monroe's history. Those are pretty difficult, though, right?
Yeah.
I had to look at
first one's easiest, but the other two, I was like, fuck, I don't know.
But this is the bottom line to this, guys. I wanted this movie to be better. I wanted this movie to work. I wanted this movie to be, you know, everything it should be, showing the exploitation of a woman in Hollywood back in the day. And it just didn't happen. It just, the best thing about this movie, and 100% agree with everybody else, is that Anna's acting. The acting in this movie is great.
The whole acting of it all. Bobby Cannavale, Adrian Brody, even cast Xavier Samuel, her mom. All the acting in this is great. But the movie itself is just
it just seemed like it was meshed. It was trying to go for an artistic look that it did not achieve. And it kind of just mushed it all together to try to figure it all out.
Yeah, because there are scenes where it's showing these men, their mouths are open, they're screaming Anna, and then in the next scene you see her titties, and you're like, how am I supposed to feel about this? Like you're exploiting her right there. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Yeah. And then also it seems like the director's sort of obsessed with like with like her ovaries. We get these 3D formed images of fetuses and shit, and you're like,
Yeah, dying fetuses all
Yeah,
the
what
time
the
because I guess she had so many miscarriages.
yeah, which also there's no fucking evidence for. But Andrew Thompson is saying this is what happened, and Joyce Carol Oates saying no, it didn't. I'm making it very clear this is a fictitious movie, and he's like, I didn't know that. Like it's like he's going out there saying, "Oh yeah, this is high art. This is what you see from life." I'm like, no, Joyce Carol Oates made it clear it's a fucking movie.
Yeah,
it's a
dude.
story. Yeah.
For real. Man. I don't know. You know me, I always base movies on rewatchability.
I could never watch
I
this again.
don't think I could watch this again if somebody pulled my teeth and told me to, like, said, "Hey, I'm gonna pull your front teeth, or you have to watch Blonde again." And I'm just gonna be like, I don't think I'm gonna watch Blonde again. I think I'll just get some teeth replacements, man.
Andrew, this is a bunch of fucking nonsense. This is not a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're going for. I get it. I see the artistic vision that you're trying to give us, but at the same time, you made fucking JFK be a guy that made someone forced to suck his dick. I mean, I don't know what more I can say to that. You basically just took one of the best presidents of the United States of America and made him look like he's a scumbag asshole, which the way I hear from everybody in that situation was not how that occurred, because there's actual video recording of what happened in that room. And it was not that. It was not him going, no, it's good. Just go ahead. Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's theories out there that he killed Marilyn, and regardless of whether or not that's true, that doesn't change the fact that this movie, no amount of acting could save how this movie is. It's weird. It's bad in the strangest way possible.
Yeah,
It's
and like
beautiful.
the way they did fade outs to black.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're like 3 years later, or we're like 2 years later, or whatever, and we just missed like a big part of her fucking life. Like
it's beautifully shot, but it's a bad movie. There's
it's
so much
beautifully shot, beautifully acted, but damn, dude, seriously, you couldn't figure out how to coherently make it. I mean, it's there. It's just a little work. And,
give us a tone, man. Give us a tone.
No, they did. Fuck you all. That was the tone. The tone was fuck you all. Fuck you all for trying to watch my movie. That was the tone of this movie. All right,
what a
let's get
fucking
some
bummer
votes and
movie.
get ratings, and let's go.
All right.
Norma Jean, I just want you to know that man there is your father. We so poor, that drawer was your crib. Stop squirming like a little snake that has to pee. No one can love a child that has been cursed. I'm not an orphan. I have a mother. I have a father. I will be anyone you want me to be. Man, look at the ass on that little girl there. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like you got a masculinity thing like that, and then 5 seconds later, you're showing her titties Anyway, they said my daughter was coming, but I don't know who you are. I like to watch myself in the mirror. I like to watch myself even on the toilet even. Do you watch yourself on the toilet, Chris?
I don't think I could.
Dude, come on, with that super awesome toilet you have that like cleans the inside of your stomach.
Wait, hold on. You used that before, right?
Oh yeah,
It's amazing,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. You don't even need toilet paper. I just use the towel next to the toilet.
Please don't do that. Okay.
Oh, well, maybe you should have put a white towel there so people don't.
Well,
know
no,
that
you
either.
use toilet paper to wipe, clean your butthole.
Okay. Fuck Marilyn. She's not here right now. I changed my mind, and my mind is mine to change. It's awful, the things they make up. I know you're supposed to get used to it, but it really hurts. Everyone in the world would give their right arm to be you, and you know it. Oh, Daddy, that thing on the screen, that isn't me. You mean people make spaghetti not just from the store? Don't make me go back. I never want to be her again. Fuck you and fuck this movie.
Yeah, for real.
Marilyn Monroe. You know what? I'm going to stop it at that. I'm not even going to read anymore. Fuck you and fuck this movie. That's literally in the movie too.
Okay.
All right.
So what's your
I
score
guess
on
I got to
this?
get 3. I don't 3.2. I'll get a 3.2 because of the acting and I kind of see what was going on there. But not even 3. You know what? No, I'm good at 3. I'm good with 3. I'm going
lower with the 2.8.
Oh man, right above
yeah.
an STD.
Yeah, because like it has all the hallmarks of great filmmaking and artful filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
But he fucks it up, and I actually going 2.5 on this one. This is an STD for me.
No, you want an STD?
Yeah, because it's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. I like the acting. The acting is fantastic, but again, they just took one aspect of Marilyn Monroe or Marilyn Jean, and they blew it up to make it sort of fucking like a caricature, like not a real person, And so, Andrew Dominik, you tried to make an artistic film and you fucking failed, dude. This is failed. So this is a TD attack for me. Unless you want to fucking bum yourself out for 2.5 hours,
dude, it was so bumming. And the thing is, like, I watched this after a long day of work and stuff like that, and I thought it was going to be like an up and down roller coaster, like you'd expect with a biography. But this is just from the get-go is just like suicide and death and people die and you're gonna get hit and raped and like it was like, what the fuck am I watching, bro?
Yeah.
This is the worst movie. I can't believe you made me watch this movie, Chris.
I think we both were talking about seeing this movie.
I think you 100% made me watch this movie. This is all you.
I'm gonna run some of this. What is the audience score for Blonde?
38.
Your goal is 32.
Nice. I got close on that one.
The audience says, doesn't matter how well acted or creatively filmed it is, watching Blonde is a really unpleasant experience, which is 100% the case. What is the critic score for Blonde?
Oh, the critic score. I think they're gonna like it a little bit more because critics like the artsy fartsy stuff, and they're gonna be like, "I got it. I don't see why you didn't get it." So I'm gonna say 41%.
43.
9. I wasn't off on this one. All right, cool.
Critics' consensus is Ana de Armas's luminous performance makes it difficult to look away, but Blonde can be hard to watch as it teeters between commenting on exploitation and contributing to it, which is exactly what we said. It's a bummer of a movie, Blonde. It's on Netflix. If you guys want to spend 2.5 hours of your night, or 2 hours 45 minutes of your night watching this, I didn't have a good time watching it, and I walked away feeling weird.
Yeah,
not in a good way.
I'm not. I mean, this is not one of my favorite movies. This will not be in the top 10.
No, not at all. Not at all.
If do we do a top 5 worst movies of the year? We need to start doing that. Maybe we should do that next year.
Well, no, last year we definitely did our worst movies of top 5 worst movies we saw that year for sure. Because you put Saint Maud up there, and I still can't forgive you for that. But this will be in there probably.
God, Saint Maud, that was a freaking anyway. Oh man, why'd you make me remember?
I'll never forgive you for that. I'll never forgive you for that.
That's a bad movie. Anyway,
yeah.
So what's the movies we're watching next week, Chris?
Sorry, not Halloween. It's Hellraiser, and you said we have to watch Hocus Pocus 2.
What? So what was the first one?
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser! Woo! I love Hellraiser. I can't.
And now you're gonna force me to watch Hocus Pocus 2. I didn't tell you this until today. But I'm not a fan of Hocus Pocus. I don't like the first one.
Yeah, you said you hate Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
I did. Anybody that's a fan of it.
I didn't say that part.
You said it's because of that shitty movie we got the shitty universe of Harry Potter.
I did not say I like Harry Potter.
Yeah, because that is the movie that influenced Harry Potter.
Is
so
it
I'm
really?
guessing, yeah, so I'm guessing you hate Hocus Pocus and you hate Harry Potter.
There are plenty of things that are influenced by something that I like, you know. But Hocus Pocus is not one of the movies that.
You also, I just, so you hate Harry Potter, you hate Hocus Pocus. You also hate Santa Claus. You also said kids that smile scare you and creep
Yeah, that's
you out.
true. That's 100% true. Yeah.
The other thing is anybody that's a parent, you hate them.
That's true. Yeah.
Except for your own parents.
Well, I don't like them that much either. No, I'm joking.
But anyway, dude, we got to do it because it's literally the biggest movie right now.
Yeah, I know.
And then, is there anything at the theater this weekend?
Besides what's that movie with David Russell? We just talked about it, Amsterdam. Besides Amsterdam, I really have no desire to see anything else really.
What's
And again,
Amsterdam?
That's that one with Christian Bale and Chris Rock and John David Washington.
Oh, shut up! That comes out this week.
Yeah, you want to do that?
No way. What about Lyle Crocodile? That's supposed to be the number one movie. This
Dude, I
weekend.
saw that. And I'm like, what the fuck is it? I didn't hear about it until just now. Lyle Crocodile.
All right, for your love, and I'll do this only once.
Okay.
This is your Hail Mary, man.
Okay.
This is your Hail Mary.
All right.
We will not do Hocus Pocus 2. We will do Amsterdam.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm with you on that.
I'm with you on that. Amsterdam. I mean, it's Margot Robbie and Christian. I like to beat up anybody that's below my pay raise.
Right. Christian Bale. I love his acting. He's probably one of the shittiest people.
The worst human beings ever. It's just like the lead singer Godsmack. I like his singing, but that guy is a POS, dude.
Yeah, you told me.
I've never heard a good story about that guy.
I heard that you were smoking weed with the vendors.
We don't talk about that story on air.
Oh, no?
That's a story you get if you're in person with me. But yeah, we don't talk about that story on air.
Okay, fair enough. All right, guys. Well, you can visit online with Zones.net. We're on Facebook,
Oh, I see why you want to see this movie so bad.
Why?
Because your boyfriend's in it.
Who?
Michael Shannon.
I didn't know he was in Amsterdam.
Dude, he's here. The list of people in this before we end this out. The list of people in Amsterdam is Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Alexander Nivola, Andrea Riseborough, Anna Taylor-Joy, Chris Rock, Michael Shannon, Mike Myers, Taylor Swift, Zoe Zendaya, Rami Malek, Robert De Niro.
What the fuck, dude? So
yeah, how are we doing Hocus Pocus 2 over this ever?
Yeah, I do want to mention David Russell directed it. I've not heard good things about it, but my hopes are up. It's
only a 2-hour movie.
Okay,
we'll go for it, man. We'll go for it.
You can follow us on MovieZone.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/MovieZone Yeah, I'm a little drunk. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We're on Patreon. Patreon console Shoes Don't Suck. One bonfire conference Shoes Don't Suck is new. You'll find shirts and stuff with us on it. And we're also on every fun podcast. You can find Moves Don't Suck. Something to do. Watch us on YouTube and subscribe. Watch us on Facebook. Go and like that page. And Neil, what do we do for small businesses?
Small businesses. If you have a small business, your friend has a small business, your baby mama had a small business, and she's selling stuff on the side, let us know. Send us the information. We'll be more than happy to advertise it on our show. We will give it out to our millions of followers, our thousands of listeners, and be more than happy to advertise your business because we want to make sure that people in this world get as many breaks as we possibly can. I think that's it, man. I think we're done.
Okay.
What do you think?
All right. Yeah, I think so too. Fuck. Cool. Hold on. My fingers aren't working. Here we go.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter what type of lady you're into, brunette, redhead, blonde, as long as you smile, a homicidal smile that'll kill her later in life, you'll get that number. Have a good night. So if my sister is still one of the couple of listeners watching and stuff like that, when you put responses into the chat, you got to kind of put why you're saying, oh shit, for real. Yeah. Because we don't know what you're saying. Yeah. Oh shit. It's like, you got to be like, oh shit, that's cool. That person is in it. Or, oh, for real. That is awesome that you just said that.
Because one, we don't know how far behind this is. And two, we say a lot of shit. you know,
and we kind of go a million miles an hour. So as long as you point out what you're yapping, then I will mention you more, and I'll be like, yeah, you know, Trisha just said this, and we'll add you more to the conversation and stuff like that. But by just saying yes, for real, oh shit, hell yeah, we all knew that. Love Harrison Ford was the only one I could comment on.
By the way, Trisha, thanks for watching.
That's my sister. That's literally my full sister. So I think she just misses me because I'm awesome.
Okay. I was trying to keep up.
See, we got that. We totally understand that. But just throw a couple words in there. Just be like, yeah, on that. You know, like on that person.
on whatever that was. Yeah, and Hocus Pocus. Or,
I know you don't watch Twitch shows or anything or live feeds like this before, but I'm just trying to help you out a little bit, sis. Since I just make sure everything.
I don't think my sister. I think the only person that's watched this that was on my family is my mom. So
and your brother used to watch a lot.
But I don't know what he's doing right now. So.
I can't text fast.
All right, that's fair. All right.
That's all. Well, sis, good night. You're one of the only people left in here. I think there's 2 other people. Yeah, 3 other people altogether. Guys, thank you for watching. As we try to make this every Thursday at 6:30 Central, 5:30, 7:30 Indiana time, where my sister's at.
Is you guys in Eastern time?
Yeah, as soon as you cross the Chicago area, you go right into the area. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate it. Make sure to go to the Bonfire store, buy more of our merch so we can keep this going as long as possible.
We definitely want food in our bellies. So
yeah. In fact, talk about food in my belly. I'm about to go get some. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Love each other. And remember, if you don't love each other, and you can always love yourself, just don't